Good day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, and welcome to my channel. And I'm feeling a bit better today, so I'm coming on and starting my live stream. Just making sure that I'd actually turned off the sound because I'm not quite thinking clearly at the moment, but it will come. Still a little bit fuzzy-headed, but not as bad as I was yesterday. So we'll get on and have some fun with some index cards. So as you know, this is the index card album that I made a few weeks ago now, and already I've got quite a few index cards in there. So I'll just give you a quick flick through of them. And it's supposed to be like, for me, this one is a, hi Michelle. Let's put that out. Oh, cool, thank you. So for me, this one is a positivity journal. And so all positive things are going in this one because just having a rough patch in my life at the moment. So I just need that positivity for me. So anyway, our aspirations are our possibilities. So that's that one there. And the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Love is how you earn your wings. So that's that one there. Yes, I did have a great holiday. Thank you very much. It was awesome. Not everything in here has a little bit of positivity in the sense of words, but just things that make me happy, you know. So little mixed media fox that I did there, that makes me happy. Some birds, flowers. We make with our thoughts we make the world. And this is just another napkin. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. I want to be happy. Oh, I saw anyway, this is a nice turtle. Turtles make me happy too. When life gets you down, just keep swimming. And then this was my little octopus, but it's a octopus upside down plant pot or something like that. We had great fun doing that one. It may be those who do them who it may be that those who do most, who dream most, do most. Those who do most dream most. See, I did say my thinking was clearer today, but not quite. It may be that those who do most dream most. Couldn't even get that one out, could I? So maybe not thinking as clearly as I can. Mermaids always make me happy. So if you can't be you, be a mermaid. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. And so I actually stuck on the back. Yeah, I've already put one on the back, started my back pages. So there. So I think, yeah, I think what I'll be doing is, that's the last page on that one. Go to the back page. I'll leave the back page to last because it has to be flat. Has to be flat. And then we'll go to the back. And we'll start working back this way, I believe. Make sure it's the right way up here. So anything I do now, I've got to make sure it's the right way up if I'm putting it on this way, if you understand. Make the most of the best and the least of the worst. So it's got to be this way up. You recognise some of the napkins too, yeah. So in 2003, I think it was 2003, is when I finished my nursing. I got my nursing degree in 2004 is when I presented my nursing degree. And one of the last classes I attended to, some of the girls gave out little positivity cards and that. So this is I'm not very good with Mary. Pakiki te hare kau e himu. When things are difficult, don't give up. And as you can see, this one now is because I've had some blue tack on it. So I've got a nice little woven flower there, and I've got my saying and my little New Zealand badge. And it's time now that I sort of like kept the memory I've had this stuck to my fridge, or many fridges that I've had over the years. And so I had this in 2003. So maybe it's time it went on an index card, is what I'm trying to say. Oh man, I thought I was thinking clearly, but obviously not. No. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, is keep the memory for me, is to get it on a card. I might do, they had the circle there and the flower went there like that. It might not go in this book because it might not fit, because this really is with flat things, but I am going to put it on an index card, and probably it will go on my next album because it's very dimensional. Yeah, so there, I've got to do that one. And haven't got anything else for another one, but I will probably do more than one. Yes, sirree, Bob. So let's get my index card. My index cards are 3x5. For anybody sending me an index card for my 2000 subby giveaway, I do 3 inches by 5 inches. You can go to a 4 to 6 if you want, but if you've got a 4 to 6, you can cut it down to 3 to 5. But if what you're doing really needs the bigger size, then send me in the bigger size, and my album, I'll reflect that when I make the album after I get the index cards, of which I only have 3 at the moment, but I know that people have said they're sending me them, so I should be able to get on with that. So for the giveaway, 3x5, but 4 to 6, yeah, I can work with it. So as you see, this is on a blue background already, so I thought I would continue on with a blue background. Why not? You don't have to fix it if it ain't broke. If it worked with blue, then I'm happy to keep with blue. So I thought I might get some paint on there, scrunch this up on there a little bit, and give it a little bit of extra dimension as well, because we're going dimensional, because I have the flower on there. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Let's see. Put on some matte gel medium, I think, just because, as I always say, glues are really up to the individual. You will be sending me one, thank you, Michelle. Glues are up to the individual, really. I mean, certain glues do certain things, but people have a tendency to like get a favorite glue and then stick with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And one of my favorite glues is actually matte gel, and this is my and you don't need a lot of it, so you actually use much less than you would do with gesso. Gesso, I get through pots and pots and pots of gesso. I like gesso. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean gesso, because it's just because I looked at the pot of gesso then and said gesso. Of course, obviously, I meant Mod Podge. I get through tons and tons and tons of this stuff, man. So yeah, but today I'm going to use the matte gel medium. I like it, it works for me, so why not? Excuse me a second, I just stopped because I needed to have a little bit of a cough. So I just wanted to show you this because it's really quite funny. So I had this comment on my channel the other day. It says, why do people who make these videos not have everything ready to go before the camera starts? I move on to another video, thumbs down on this one. So I got this a couple of days ago. And it still applies, because now I've got to go and get some water for my brush with the glue so I don't stick it up, because of course obviously I didn't think about what I was doing before I started. Excuse me 1 second while I go and get some water. For the kind lady who left me that comment, she doesn't even make videos, so she probably doesn't understand why sometimes, and I'm just back off holiday. Normally I have a pot of water on my desk as a matter of course. Normally it's always out there, but I've just been away. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll try not to cough and sniff too much. I'm feeling sort of okay at the moment, so yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. If it gets too bad, then I'll just stop the stream, because there's nothing worse than listening to someone sniffle and etc. etc. Naughty me. Naughty me. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing, Michelle? Anne-Marie must be asleep, because normally she'd come on. Although it is, what day is it? It's Sunday. So you've got Saturday night there, haven't you? Mind you, though, I haven't said hello to her today, so. Of course, the other thing putting glue in that down is it takes a long time to dry. So what I'm going to do is start another one while I allow this to dry a bit. Won't take too long to dry, but I do want it dry. Some of these things take a while to set off as well, and although I do want texture and everything, I'm being realistic about wanting it to actually stick down, because I want to make this one last, so I'll make sure all my corners and that are glued down nicely. Oh, she's not feeling well either. Aww. It's only 9 p.m. Oh, you've had a your clocks have changed then. Your clocks have changed while I've been away. So I'm going to cut off the excess and just pop this to one side to allow it to dry a little bit. Yeah, this one's non-sticky when it dries. It's what we use in acrylic painting, actually, for thickening up paints and things. But it's a really good medium for mixed media. It's really expensive, but you don't use much of it, so I don't know whether it's the Mod Podge is quite expensive here. I don't know what it is in other countries, but it's quite expensive here, but I do use a lot of it. You can use watered down, obviously watered down PVA glue, which is the same as Mod Podge, but I can't quite get that same, haven't found the right formula yet to do that. Although I sometimes do use, when I run out of Mod Podge, I do use watered down PVA. So I'm just going to leave that to dry for a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So let's go on for another one. Hacking, sorry. Looking for a spare piece of paper now to put underneath that because I'm going to put some gesso on it. Gesso. €23 for a medium-sized Mod Podge. I wonder if I've still got the price on here. Normally I still have the prices on here. No, I can't remember what I paid for it. I think it was 30 something dollars, 32 I think. I'm not positive, but 32 for 16 ounces. So what I'm going to do now is put some gesso on here, and I am, if you're looking at this thinking I'm using watercolor paper, I am. It's a really poor watercolor paper, so I'm not worried about getting this, because I will use it for mixed media because it's not very good for watercolor. We're up to 24 degrees yesterday here, and today we're at we're only going to get 17 degrees at the most. So you can tell we're on the shoulder season, that everything's one day you get really hot and next day really cold. As we're transitioning from spring into summer. I don't have a barbecue yet. I'm thinking of getting a barbecue. So I'm just going to dry this off, so cover your ears. I don't like to dry off the matte gel medium. I prefer to let it kind of set on its own if I can. Sometimes it's impossible to wait when you do live streams. When I make videos, I actually prefer to stop the video and let things dry if I can. I haven't made a video in ages though. To tell you the truth, I think it was because we did the tourist trip and mixing with a lot of tourists who come from up north, you know, northern hemisphere to southern hemisphere, and I think we get all our bugs and that second. I think northern hemisphere gets it first and southern hemisphere gets it second. So mixing with a lot of tourists and picked up the bugs from there, because normally I don't get colds or flus very often. I think I've had flu twice in my whole life, and colds I hardly ever get a cold either. So I think it was just as I say, mixing with the tourists. Oh, hi Anne-Marie. Here you're not feeling very well either. It's very strange when you're a tourist destination, and so a lot of the things that you talk or think about are around tourists. Luckily, where I am, it's we're not a huge tourist destination here, because of the earthquakes and that, people are tending to still clear to still steer clear of Christchurch, because they're still scared of the earthquakes, which we do get quite often, but nothing has been as bad as the devastating one that we had in 2000 and forget, is it 7 now, whatever, was it 2011, and they reckon it's going to, I mean, we're still rebuilding here, and they think about 25 years till we recover from that. Might have to go get a drink of water, actually. Hold on. Okay, just back. I'm back. Oh no, Anne-Marie. So sorry. So yeah, about 25 years to recover from the earthquake, and some places, of course, will never be able to recover from it because of the liquefaction. That means that they've got like a little film over the top of the earth, and then if you try and, everything just sinks down into it, bubbles up with watery stuff. So yeah, lots of places around here not to go into recover, but a lot of places are, and there's lots of regeneration, lots of rebuilding infrastructure. They've had to do all drainage systems again, and build roads again, and it's been hi Debbie. It's yeah, so it's a long process of recovery, and the building industry would be a good industry to be in right now. Right, if it gets too irritating, let me know, and I'll just give up for the day, because obviously I'm not going to be able to talk too much. if talking makes me cough. Oh my goodness. Oh, so you didn't eat when you took your tablet? They say, if they say take food with a tablet, it's for a reason. It's because it's really irritating to the stomach. Anne-Marie is hopeless at doing this. She's told. Who's you told, Anne-Marie? Don't be naughty. So I'm going to do blue on this one here, and so I'm just looking through my colours here, see what I like. I might feel like a bit of drippage today, actually, because that's how I feel, a bit drippy. I'm feeling drippy today. Right, drippage. So for that very rude lady who said, that I never have things ready, it's because sometimes you just got to go with what you feel, and what you feel is and what you have ready that goes with what you feel is usually two different things, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a straw here. And I'm going to have a blow with a straw. I'd probably make myself feel really lightheaded and dizzy now. Oh, that looks like a bra. Hi, Eileen. No, she didn't say me in particular. I'll show you what it was. She didn't say me in particular. It says, why do people who make these videos not have everything ready to go before the camera starts? I move on to another video. Thumbs down to this one. That was my how I blend with coloured pencils only. Only if I remember it rightly, I haven't gone back to look at the video. I think I was at my mother-in-law's house, either that or it was my sister's house in the UK. So I'm bound to not have everything ready there. I think I've sat on a bed. Upside down horse. So, you know, some people, I tell you. I don't know what they expect, miracles or something. It's not a professional video. I'm not making money from it. It's like, oh my God. I'm not even doing this in front of the camera, am I? Very poor. Very poor. Come on. I'm one of those people who always does everything off camera, all right? Looks like a fairy with a big ring. Reindeer. I can't do too much because it normally makes me feel a bit dizzy. So this is a paper straw, I think, rather than a plastic straw. Before you all condemn me for using straws. Here now they use you go into a fast food place here and they all have the metal straws. And it makes me cringe. So I never use that. I just drink from the bottle or the cup or whatever. Never use a straw to drink out of. Especially not a reusable straw. Yeah. Just looking now to see which ones I use the least. What colour is this? Or black. I don't use black on there, do I? That's why I haven't used it much. You have metal straws, yeah. It's different when it's your family, but drinking out of a reusable straw, yuck. In a fast food restaurant, no, thank you very much. Could get all kinds of allergy there, couldn't you? I'm making black anyway. Oh, brown. I don't want to get it on there, do I? Oh. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get it on my other things. Let's dry this off. Then I won't be mixing the colours, will I? I think I caught 1 minute of your live stream because I'd just woken up and I saw you on live and I got on there and I think you were saying goodbye to everyone. So I'm going to give it a good dry because I want to brighten it up a bit because I made a bit of mud there. So let's brighten this one up. I think maybe you should have done that one as a premiere one, Eileen. You know, just recorded the video and then gone on into the chat afterwards when you stream the video. That would have been a nice bit of interaction you could have got there. You could have gone on with the business of painting and then had the chat in the stream after, like Painting with Jane. She does that. Do you remember I told you several weeks ago about how strange it was that she was doing the live stream and yet she was in the chat? Well, and then bada boom, premiere comes up. So she must be one of the ones trialing premiere first. One of the ones that, because you have lots and lots of subscribers, you get to test all the great and fancy stuff out first. I got drop-off paper today as well. Yeah. Brighten it up, brighten it up. Oh, fantastic, Michelle. Michelle's trying to get a craft space. She's hooked. Thanks, Debbie. This is my brain today, crazy. Crazy brain. I'm trying to think through treacle today. So if I do silly things, it's because the brain's just not working. It's so funny that we were talking about watercolour yesterday, briefly on the live stream, and then boom, Eileen's got her watercolour painting up. Yeah, it's not much fun actually crafting and then having to put it all away. I think to be creative, it's much better to just to have everything out. You know, if you're working on a piece, to be able to just to leave it there and then to go back to it, much better. Just let me know if that cough gets too irritating. This stuff gets really sticky. It's sticky. Ooh. Sticky wicky. Okay, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. Think, think, think. Wood pencils, the easy route. Yes, they are, actually. So, thinking. Let's see what I got. I've got a bit of... Oh, I got a look. As if by magic, I have bits of paper just here, left out from another day. May just put 3 of those on. How about that? I just whacked colour on there. It's like a not thinking one. I just put it on there. Put it on there because I could. So the other one isn't dry yet. It's still drying there, so we'll carry on with this. I'm probably going to make this a horrible sticky mess now because it's already sticky. Reminds you of the artist Pollock. Thanks. It's not going to look very Pollock-esque now. Of course, my sister's married to a Pollock, and my sister makes me laugh because when she's people ask her how she spells her name, hi Thilda, nice to see you. So when people ask her how she spells her name, and this is my sister's answer, she says, it's Bollock with a P. Oh man, I love my sister. That's her sense of humour. Very rude. No, don't all turn off now. Oh dear. Will I get into trouble for that? But it's true, it's what she says. Anywho. Yeah, I know. I've got to tone it down a little bit. It's too colourful, maybe. Let's just dry it off a little bit. I still don't know what I'm doing with it. It's one of those things where it's going to build. My other one isn't colourful. The one I'm waiting to dry a little bit more is this one here. It's not going to be colourful because it's like a memento that that I'm putting in, a little keepsake. Okay, Eileen. Might knock back some of that colour a little bit. Might be a little bit too busy even for me. Let's have a look. How will I knock that colour back? Where did my voice go? Where did my voice go? I'm going to knock it right back using a stencil. Thinking, sorry. Just quiet now because I'm thinking. I caught the lurgy. I came back off my holidays and caught the lurgy from the tourists. Yeah, it's a self-made stencil. It's actually from die cuts that I have, from dies. It's from dies that I have. And I just kept the pieces that I sent someone the dies, and then just kept the pieces that I cut out of cardstock. It won't last long, but I do have, you know, I actually have the dies here, so I can make some more if I want to. But of course, the more acrylic paint and that you use on there, the stronger they get. The longer they'll last. Okay, that'll do, won't it? Yes, it will. Okay, then. Hi, Kiki. Didn't see you creep in there. Snuck in while I was looking down. Snuck in, she did. She snuck in. Just dry this one off. I'm doing a lot of drying today. Sidetracked. Yay. As long as you got your coffee and didn't forget your coffee. Do you know what I just did? I actually put my gesso back in the jar. It's so unusual for me. Yeah, I don't normally do that. don't know what's been going on new for me, but I'm thinking of getting my motorbike license. I've only ever driven on a learner's license, and that was back in the UK. And so I think I'm going to go for my motorbike license here in New Zealand, and that will take me about 2 years. So I'm thinking of doing that just for the crack of it, as they say. Water and club soda. Lidl have some craft stuff in. Metallic paints, pens, cardstock, Christmas metallic stickers. Clear the roads. Yeah, well, in New Zealand, you can be a learner up to a 650cc engine. So I'm looking at a 500cc to learn on. I've already ridden bikes for a while anyway. So rather than go for something that I can't really enjoy, because you're thrashing the guts out of something with a lower cc, I'm going to go for a higher cc. And I'm looking at a Harley Davidson, believe it or not. That'll be fun, won't it? A Harley Davidson. And then, of course, once I have my license, then I'll go up to a bigger bike, a bigger Harley. He doesn't love that noise they make. Man, why not? I will probably never get to own a home, but hey, I could own a Harley. I've been feeling so down. I've been looking for ways, to cheer me up a bit. Why not? Why not have a little bit of fun? Who says fun is for the young? Your hubs has a 750. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop. And Eileen grew up in a biker family. Yeah, so I'm thinking, it's going to take a while for me to get my license. I could be the oldest New Zealand bike chick in town or something. I don't know. Could be fun. Just what I need to raise my spirits a little bit, I think. A non-off-road dirt bike. Big and heavy. Yeah, they are big and heavy. But do you know the thing about the Harleys is that is for a short person, they're actually made quite well because they're really quite low to the ground. And I've been trying them out for sizes, and they're the only bike that I can sit on that I can actually put both feet flat on the ground. With the other bikes that I've tried to get, I've been trying them out this week since I got back off holiday, and it's with the other bikes I'm on tiptoes, and with the Harleys, even though they're a heavier bike, I can actually put both feet on the ground, which I think is more important than anything. And we're on the coast here, so we get a lot of strong crosswinds and that. So I think that ability to be able to put both feet on the ground is quite important, flat on the ground. Yeah, being just such a short ass. It's interesting to know how many girls either used to ride bikes or still ride bikes. One of my best friends in the UK, she's a biker chick too, and she goes on all the bike rallies and things. Well, I'm not quite up for some of the bike rallies that she goes to, because there's a lot of hard drinking and that they do. That's not the kind of scene that I want to be in. So, but I do want to have fun on the road and be able to travel distances in a much easier way than with a car, especially with fuel prices and that, you know. So eventually a touring bike, but hubby will drive that because he's already got his full bike license. So it's only me that needs to catch up. And why not, eh? You want an off-road one too? I think it's I think it's going to be a lot of fun, because we got in New Zealand that you don't have in the UK is that we have lots of long straight roads. You know, and with the with those raked forks that the Harleys have, they're not so easy to turn, you know, sharp corners and things. So around the UK, I'm sure that they're not that much fun to ride in the UK. But here, with all the long off-road, long straight roads we've got, it should be woohoo! Should be fun. If I'm not having fun, then I'm doing it wrong. Oh, night, Debbie. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoyed your company. You will have to share some old pics with me, Eileen. Our dream was to get a touring bike and travel around the US, but we both had bad backs. Now our dream is a small RV. Hey, whatever gets you there. Small RV. We thought about an RV as well when we were in the States, but to do some traveling and things. Of course, in California, every weekend you see the boys out on their Harleys, and they look like they're having such a lot of fun. Man, I want to have that. But I think I'm probably going to go for full bike gear as well, though. You know, I'm getting on a bit. I don't fancy ending up in hospital with them picking out the gravel rash. Yeah, bikes, trousers, jacket, gloves, helmet, proper helmet. Yeah. Don't fancy going around in flip-flops and shorts and short sleeves and I think I gotta have the gear. Your brother has 7 bikes. All right, and he's got your dad's Harley. Cracker. What colour is it? I've seen some lovely bikes with beautiful paint jobs on there. Yellow. Cracker. Thinking of getting a cream one, I think, but I think they call it pearl or something, but cream. Cream, yellow and chrome. Caught your hubs riding with a helmet and told him helmet or no bike. I think it's really wise. I mean, I think you can in the States, can't you, ride without helmets, but you can't here. You've got to have helmet. Against the law. Well, they call it pearl, so I'm not sure whether it's glittery or not. I haven't seen it. I've only seen it in the magazine, actually online. Sorry. Cough, 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 cough. Yeah. So my husband thinks it's one way of getting me out of my my fug that I'm in at the moment, you know, just feeling really low and down and not very good. So he thinks I need some fun in my life. Law here, unless you have a specific ticket that allows you to ride without. Okay. Landed the free and sometimes not too smart. Your mum's got the ticket so she can ride without. Does she still ride? How old is she? I'm not too old to start riding, am I? It's been years since I've ridden. I think the last time I rode was 1990. Not 1990 something. It was 2000. 2000. I haven't ridden a bike since 2000. Get a boyfriend. My husband thinks now that if I get the bike and then I go to fuel up at petrol stations and that, he thinks that guys will stop coming to talk to me. Oh man, it's hilarious. It's quite scary, that Eileen, to think that I could almost be your mum. It scares me, actually. What a boyfriend. I think maybe I'd be stoned or something. Boyfriend, indeed. Couldn't handle it. Truthfully, I couldn't handle having a boyfriend. Didn't have a hard enough time dealing with a hamster. And he isn't even home all the time. Men are trouble. I apologise for any men watching now. But you are. I'll probably get a thumbs down on that one as well. Oh, man. So I'm just taking out the, it's a little bit dark in here. I want to see a little bit more of the painting that underneath. So I'm just trying to take out some of the graphite out of it. And then just popping it round, just to give a really nice light shadow on the others. You see the sun popping in and out by the side of me there? It's really trying desperately hard to come out today. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Men are trouble. Yeah, don't tell my hubby. Oh, this poor old Annie gone to sleep. I don't know. You know, sometimes I want to put quotes on things and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want to leave them as they are. And I think probably that's one I want to leave as it is. I feel better than I did yesterday. Oh, you're single, Michelle? I thought you were married. Sorry. Oh, you're still there? Oh, sorry, Anne-Marie. Horrible when you feel rough. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta, you know, it's okay to just have it as is. As I say, sometimes I just like you know, the paintings and things just to be themselves. Sure. You don't have to put a quote on everything. If it makes me happy, it's going in my positivity album. Actually, that might look good on the back. That might make a cool back cover, mightn't it? Sorry, not in shot again. Cool back cover, I think. I think so. That'll go on the back when it's dried properly. And I might have to dry this one a little bit more. So I'm going to whack on the dryer there. Just talk amongst yourselves while I do. Sorry, Kiki. Kicking your butt now, is it? You kick it back. You just get right in there and kick it back. Thanks, Vilda. Halfway through, yes. You're halfway through, then the remaining time is less and less. Every day it's a little bit less, isn't it? I like things to be halfway through. It's like when I'm running a marathon, when I get to halfway point, I know that the miles left to run are less and less, and so you can get through it. Up until that halfway point, it's all uphill. Then after the halfway point, it's downhill there. You're not much more to do. You can see the finishing line. So for those of you watching thinking it's not Sunday, it's my Sunday. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. Actually, my hubby's taken my 4-year-old granddaughter out today. She's just about to spend a week at her dad's place. My daughter's just gone 50-50 with her ex-husband with her 4-year-old daughter. So we won't be seeing her for a week now because my hubby's taken her out. Well, my hubby won't be seeing her until a month or so from now because he's going away again. So, you know, he'll be away for a little while. So they're got a play date. I think he's taking her to the local park. Then they'll probably have a McDonald's because it's one of her favourite things to do. Your 4th chemo. Ew. Sucks, but if it's working, it's working. I have got work Monday. So I'm just picking this up because I'm looking to see what's not stuck down yet. And I'm going to stick it down. Because as I say, this is a special remembrance one for me. So I want to make sure it's right. Make sure it sticks first time. So I don't have to keep repairing it as it goes on. Okay, stuck down. Look at that. Can waste the glue now. Get that pin in. Okay, drying again. Sorry, it's so much drying today. So Eileen, I missed it. Did you say that anime painting you're doing is for your son? right, okay, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this yet. But I suppose I can cut up some of this first. I wonder if I can take that pin off. So say this is a special one to me, 2003, by some of the girls on the nursing course. I got my nursing degree in 2003. This was one of the last classes that we ever did. And so it's a presentation, and on the presentation, it was a little gift that the girls gave after their presentation. So, and the gift obviously was the flower. Everybody had different different sayings on there, and that was mine. Just trying to think how I'm going to place everything. Kiki, you got this. Got a cheerleader in Sue. There you go. So I'm probably going to fix it in as they did on the original piece, which was by putting a hole through it and then putting the stalk through the back of it. But I want to just do a little bit more on the background first before I get that in. And I was going to see if I could take the pin off. Probably, no, there you go. Just, oh, look. It was a little pin. Wow. I've got to see. Is that sharp? Oh, look at that. The note says, when things are difficult, don't give up. Kapakaki te here kawa e hemu. And I'm hopeless at Maori. My Maori pronunciation is not good at all. But all the Maoris here say that give it a go, even if you don't get it right. Try hard to get it right, but actually just trying it and giving it a go is more important than not even trying. So there. I think I'd like to keep the background blues because the original background was blue. So we're going to layer on some blue color. Blue. Oh, bye, Thilda. Thanks for popping by. You'll have to get your Stabilo pencils out. Yes, do that. Great fun. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. I hope. Anywho, let's see. Let's see, what shall I put on there? What blue shall I use? Blue. This is a Winsor and Newton ink that I'm using here, and I'm just putting it on as a watercolor. Just getting on some colour. Try not to think about it, just trying to get it on. Just trying to decide actually whether I'm going to put it on all over or just in places. All over maybe. Quite often when I'm doing mixed media, I just go with how I feel. Yeah. Don't really have a plan for it. With the first one I did was just getting colour down, just doing it. With this, I do know that I have 3 things there I want to get on here. So that's as far as that plan went. And the 4th bit was blue, getting the background blue because the original background was blue. So those are my criteria for this one. As I'm working this now, I'm thinking I want green on there too. So even though I started out, I think I'm going to be flexible with it. I think I'm going to put green on there too, because that's how it's making me feel that I need to put green on there. So there you go. It's funny, isn't it? Never know which way I'm going to go. So now I'm just following like the big lines and that down. And then I may put gesso on there too, just to give it a pattern in the background. That should pick up some of the colour as well, but who knows? Soup counts, yes, as long as you're lining your stomach with something, because as I say, tablets irritate it. But if you're doing it to take away the feeling of being sick, dry toast, man. All pregnant women will tell you that. Not that I'm saying you're pregnant. Well, that's what I used to eat when I was pregnant. In the mornings, morning sickness, dry toast, ginger biscuit. Love ginger biscuits. Okay, so I'm going to look for something else now to go on the background. Stencils. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like that one too. Let's see. We'll do the gesso again. Thin coating of gesso. Knock it back. Be interesting to see if it picks up the colour as well, because I'm going to put it on wet. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want to miss dinner at Steve's. Stevie's. Nice geometric pattern on this one. I don't know why I've gone geometric after a free flow pattern underneath, but hey. I'll never know why I do things. Be right back. She's gone for another drink. Okay. I may want to do words on this too. In the background, obviously. Thanks, Michelle. Tell you what, it's screaming out for some gold on there, Eileen. It's screaming for gold. I may have to paint some gold on there. Purple. Gold. Anne-Marie, gold. Hair. Hair's getting long again. I'm going to stop finding my hair everywhere. I know it's getting long. just flip gold on myself then. I've just realised that I'm wearing a really light coloured cardigan. That may not be a good idea. Our hub is home. Yeah. Let's go say hi to the hubster. You finally put ink in your purple journal. Right. Susan, I'm just happy to receive one. But I suppose you've got to be happy with what you send yourself, though, really, haven't you? And I really do like index cards. A lovely little art form, aren't they? And then if you come up with a design that you really, really like, put it in your photocopier, print it out and stick it on the card. Nothing nicer, actually. Send it to all your friends as a greeting card. Alcohol inks are still on my list of fun things to buy, but not yet. Probably if I get scooped up in my motorbike riding, then I'll have no money left for crafting. I'll spend it all on my safety gear. I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow at all. At all. So I've rounded those, so I've got to round off that as well, haven't I? I wonder if I'm going to cut it up totally. I think so. I might make it easier on myself if I do that, mightn't I? Because it's the way they've done it is didn't quite please my eye. Oh, hi, Sherry. And you've finally got a transfer to look right. You. All it takes is practice, isn't it? You added card to the album. Yay. Cup of soup. Nice, nice, nice. That's awesome, Susan. Well done, you. Practice, practice, practice. That's all it takes. And the more you do, the better you get. It's the same with everything. The more you do, the better you get. Practice, practice, practice. Don't ask me why I put gold on there when this is silver. I don't know. Okay. I am going to make a little hole there. A little hole there. For you, yes I did. Gold, just for you. Gold. We have to put 2 holes in there. But maybe not. Maybe that will work like that. I think so. I think so. Probably that will look better. I'm just going to tape this on the back with some sellotape. Say hello to Terry. Can you use a colour print for PT? PT. Can you use a colour print for PT? PT. Huh? Can you use a colour print for PT? Photo transfer, sorry. No. No. I told you my brain wasn't working today. I thought it was, but obviously it wasn't. Print transfer. Can you use a colour print? Yes, you can, as long as it's is it laser print or the other one? I forget which way around it is, but whatever photo printer, the colour printer that I've got for mine, it doesn't work on colour, so you need to print it out on whatever the opposite of mine is. And yes, I've used magazines as well. Yeah, we won't tell you what Chicky calls me. I'll have a quick look and see which printer mine is, because it's the opposite of the printer that I have. Hang on, hang in there. I'm not prepared. You just keep watching that while I just go and find it. Okay, so you need a laser printer. So because on my black, when I do the black and white transfers on the laser printer, which is a black and white printer, It works when I use it on the colour one. It smudges. So you need a laser printer. So the laser printer uses toner, and that's what makes it work. I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably talking out of my backside there. Take no notice of me. I just know that my black and white printer works and my colour printer doesn't work, and they are two different printers. And I've used magazines and that works, so you know. It works. You just got to play, and then you'll know whatever you got which works for you. I didn't give him. Oh, I did give him. I did give him crap years ago. Oh, lovely. You know, the inchy coasters that we made, mine's actually turned out really, really great. It's turned out really, really fab. These were the inchy ones, and I coated it with dishwasher safe gloss Mod Podge, because it gives it, you know, that really hard finish. And not that you could put this in the dishwasher, but of course that makes it resistant to water on there and that. So that was the inchy one, and I backed it with cork. And don't know whether you can hear, but it's quite solid now and flat. It actually stays flat, so I'm actually really, really pleased with it. Really super duper. But anyway, I recommend this one, dishwasher safe gloss, if you want things to like harden up really nice. Yeah, Susan, don't put it on a busy background, picture will disappear. Correct. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to pick that off because it didn't quite a little bit less. A little bit less of these stems showing. It did turn out nice too, and the photo frame that I made as well, I love it. I absolutely love that inchy photo frame, and my granddaughter does too. She thinks that her photograph looks really, really nice in the frame. And of course, what Eileen did differently to hers to mine was that she stiffened up the back of the photo frame. and I didn't. So mine's got a nice little curve out because I didn't use a thick enough cardstock on it to keep it flat. But it's got this nice little curve to it, and it actually adds to it rather than detracts from it because it's curved. Looks nice. I actually really like it. You use Super Gloss Mod Podge. Yeah, that's what this is. Super Gloss Mod Podge. Gloss. So it might not be super gloss, but it's gloss. Dishwasher safe gloss. So it's the same as it's not the same, is it? I mustn't say that because it dries harder. And it's the only gloss one that I use. I'm way behind in everything now, you know, Christmas present card making, everything. Just going to pop this little pin here, which is the emblem of New Zealand, the silver fern. If you all thought it was a kiwi, you're wrong. It's the fern. Hopefully that will stick nice and hard on there. I have to just get a peg it on. Next week, you're helping one of your daughters who's coming for a visit to make her gifts. Oh, all right, okay. Nice. So I had rounded corners before. I might just snip off the rounded corners now. Now I separated out all the words. I can have them however I want, really, can't I? Hello, Kellyanne. Yeah, never a dull moment for you, Eileen. It's because you have lots of children. They keep you busy for sure, don't they? So my 4-year-old granddaughter wants me to buy her an electronic Hatchimal for Christmas. And she thinks I bought it her already, and she was in my house the other day looking for it everywhere. So I told her that it was actually buried in the garden and she wasn't getting it till Christmas. It wouldn't hatch out till Christmas. And so now she wants to come up and dig up my garden. She's determined to get this flipping Hatchimal. And I haven't even bought it yet. And so I've got to go out and now and find this flipping electronic Hatchimal. Yellow and orange is the one you have. I need to get the blue one. Yep. Yep. So my daughter said she woke up this morning and says, "Is it Christmas yet?" No. Gotta love them. Kids, they're most persistent. Well, my grandkids are anyway. Tell her it's not ripe yet. Oh, she's going to her dad's for a week now, so whew, pressure's off for a week. Won't feel buy her one. If he buys her one, I won't have to bother, will I? I had to tell her it was buried in the garden because she was tearing my house apart, going in all the cupboards, and all the drawers, and oh no, pain. I had to watch her every second. You're getting Louise's laptop for Christmas. Or you're getting her old laptop. You want a Hatchimals, Eileen? Or a laptop? I tell you, 4-year-olds, man. Which makes me laugh anyway. Has anybody got the iPhone message thing, where you put on those faces and that, and then they move? And there was a horrible one on there that has a girl with black hair and white pokey eyes, and she goes "Rah," or something really strange. And that must have gone on for Halloween while I was on holiday. And I come back, and the first thing she does is she calls me on Messenger, and does this flaming scary girl face thing. It's horrible. All right. PNP North Pole. Yeah, I think my daughter did them last year or something. But this scary one, it was like, man. This is a 4-year-old going on she's on her mum's phone to me, and I get this scary ass flipping overlay picture on there. Right, yeah. When in 2003, when I graduated from uni, getting my just got my finger on there. I didn't want to get green on there, but never mind. It's on there now. So this was one of the last classes we had, was a women's studies, and one of the you had to give a talk, and one of the girls gave a talk, and she gave out on a little blue card. She gave out this flower and sayings to all. It was a gift for the women in the group. Actually, there was one man there as well. We had one male student, so it was a gift for all the people in the group. And of course, being male, he had to do the women's studies too. And this was a gift. So I've had it since 2003, and each saying had a different saying in Maori and then in English as well. And I've had this thing with me, and it's been on all my fridges of wherever I've been. I've taken it with me and kept it, and it's absolutely fallen apart on its original little paper layout. So So I thought it was time that I'd put it on something else to still keep it, because it's, you know, an important memory for me. It's one of the last classes that we had, which was we had to give a talk, and each one of the class had to give this talk to the rest of the class. And so this was the little gift that the one girl handed out to everybody at the end of hers, with different sayings on, and that was the saying that I got. So yeah, so I thought, what better way to preserve it than to put it onto an index card and get it into one of my albums. So, you know, I've been meaning to do it for a long time, and my husband was playing with fridge magnets, and I saw it on there. I thought, no, I should do it now, because it's telling me I should do it now. Yeah, so although I got my degree in 2003, I didn't get my graduation until February 2004. So, you know, we didn't have our capes and gowns until 2004, and we marched through town, and very nice, very, very nice. So when I make another album, I think this is going to be my front cover of the index card album. And of course, obviously, it's going to go that way. It's going to go landscape rather than portrait. Yeah, so it's quite an old, one of my older keepsakes anyway. So yeah, might as well make it into a proper keepsake now, hadn't I? Because it had blue tack on it as well. You know, all the oil had seeped through the paper and everything else. So time to smarten it up a bit. Maybe like my fingers are pulling the glue up. My hair on there. Is your fur grown back yet? Anne-Marie? How much of her fur has grown back? Be right back. She's gone again. Not a lot. slow, isn't she? Take months, actually. When we're in the Caribbean, I used to have to shave my cat, which they say you shouldn't do, but he's got a double coat. Double coat of fur, being an exotic. And he seemed to appreciate it after we cut his fur off. Man, it's hot. Hot in the Caribbean. Oh, cute. Cats amuse themselves in so many ways. It's like, okay. Very funny. Love having cats. My cat likes to sit in the bathroom sink and goes to sleep at night and during the day in the bathroom sink. She's awesome. When you think of where cats sleep and people try to give them, you know, things to sleep on, soft things, it's like, why do we bother? Don't like that. Why do we bother? Because they sleep in the hardest and weirdest of places. Why give them a cat, you know, a cat bed or whatever? Because they won't eat. They don't need it. A lot of it is how I need to give it to them rather than their need to have it. What am I going to do there? Dry it off first. Yeah, it is. Well, we're getting towards summer again. Some days there's it's hot here. Did you get toast as well, Anne-Marie, to go with the soup? Thanks for stopping by, Kellyanne. Night. I wonder if I'm going to go around it in white. Let's see if that'll work. Let's give it a go, shall we? I don't like it in the black. Should we see if white works or not? Might not be dark enough to show with the white. See what it's like. I can always change my mind again. It's the joy of mixed media. If you don't like it or if it doesn't work, just do something else. Ew. Cats like? Ooh, I've never had a cat like that. Ew. Yeah, never heard of her. Never heard of it. Oh, poor doggy. Yeah, I'm not sure the white worked either, but I may just leave it. Maybe I'll do gold. No, maybe not. Not sure the white worked either, but hey ho. Just take it out a little bit more. I don't know. Look. Oh no. Oh yeah, she's probably seen like little dots in front of her eyes, isn't she? Poor thing. Poor little thing. So these are my 2 index cards for today. I think, yeah, what was it? 11:48. It's going to be nearly lunchtime. Maybe silver. Maybe. If only one had silver. Let's have a look. What have I got? Yeah, I'm not very good at reading Maori. My pronunciation is very poor. Kapakiki te hare kawa e himu. When things are difficult, don't get up. Don't get up. Don't give up. Told you, my brain is fuzz today. Fuzz. Oh, look, I do have a silver pen. Let's see if it works. It does. Let's have a go. Brain. Don't get up. Lots. Let's see. I'm just going to dry this off and we'll see if the silver works. This one will be permanent, so if it doesn't work, it's like dun dun dun. Pippi cries for you to get out of bed in the morning. It's not morning yet, is it? No. think the silver's adding a nice bit of shadow on it, so maybe that'll be okay. Just go ahead and just let it shadow it. Morning breath. Yeah, some pens just don't go over mixed media very well. Some pens do, some pens don't. This one is a Pentel, I think. Oh no, this is a Zebra Jimny Gel Rollerball Medium. Rollerball is usually good, so this must be just a little bit wet still, because even though you dry it off, you're not really drying it off. And some won't go over the glues, of course. Some pens won't go over glue. And I know that because I've ruined many a pen going over glue. Yeah, animals are fantastic when you are having a down day. There's nothing like it, you know, curling up with your cat or your dog. You know, them curling up with you. Can't beat it. The only thing better actually is when your child comes in and gives you a hug. But if you don't have a child, animals are fantastic. I had a cat catch flu from your. Didn't go to doctor, but went to vet. He got vitamin shots, etc. The things we do for them. Yep. True that. I once asked my vet whether I could catch a cold from a cat, and he didn't say no, and he didn't say yes. He said he was just a little bit unsure, because you know cats, when they sneeze and that, when they have cat flu and they sneeze right in your face, it's like, man. They are our babies. They are. So there you go. This is my 2 cards for today, and I'm going now because I need to go and have some lunch, and I'm sure lots of you have to go to bed. Go to bed. The good thing with me is that a cold never takes away my appetite. That's what they say, isn't it? Feed a cold, starve a fever. There you go. I have a cold. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, look, Eileen's back and we're just about to go. Okay, so we're going to say our goodbyes, and got to say to everybody, thanks for popping in and joining me today. And for those of you who stayed for the whole thing, I really appreciate that. Hope everybody who's feeling unwell gets better soon. And yeah, hope to see you again soon myself. Bye.